So the deal making process, so it's essentially one part of your business and your role and your let's say professional like day to day. Then I guess you move on managing the investment, which means you take a seat at the board. So what does it mean, being at the board as a VC? Because at the end of the day, you're a minority investor, so you don't take control of the company like other investment firms, like adopting and following different strategies like buyout, etc. So, yeah, minority shareholders. What does it mean being on the board, like for you? What's your impact? What is somewhat expected from you when you're on the board? If you could a bit clarify your role once the investment is done, what's next in some way?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, first I would say, like, yes, the board is one thing, but especially when you invest early, to be honest, there might not always be like a formal board. When it's especially if it's pre-seed, but even like early seed, it's still kind of a small team and a small company. Yes, you want good governance, but it might come, also kind of later on. So, I mean, the most important thing is being, close to the founders, to the team, and adding value, as you can, to different ways, just being hopefully kind of an advisor, trusted, point of contact for them. So board is one thing when there are, boards that might happen, every quarter at least, or maybe also another time kind of mid-quarter. But it's
Mhm.
generally we try to to be quite close to our founders, being in touch with them, through WhatsApp, through also one-on-ones, which we'll do quite frequently. Sometimes, at the beginning, every week, like so. Yes, especially kind of post investments, we're really quite close, and depending also on the need. And some teams are a bit more hands off because they also maybe repeat founders, quite experienced, and
Mhm.
others, seek more input, because it's either they're a bit less experienced, but also they like to get a bit more advice before going. So we adapt a bit to the situation, but generally, hopefully, we're again one of the first point of contact. They come when they have questions on scaling the org, hiring,
Mhm.
future kind of execs, obviously, plan fundraising when it comes, big strategic kind of a discussion, maybe entering a new market, those type of topics. You're generally, like you said, you're a minority investors, will have typically between 10 to 20% of the company. You're just one of the voices, and so you're not running the company or anything like this, but you try to give your view constructively, and then influence when you think also it's important, like things. But ultimately, obviously, the team run the companies, and we back them because we trust them, and we believe in them, so you stand also behind them.